What is up, YouTube's Mountain Man Magic, and we have draft number 15. 15. All right, we've had at least the last two drafts have been 2-1s. I would say disappointing 2-1s. We're looking for that trophy, but let's just try and build a deck and have some fun, shall we? So this deck, or this pack, has quite a few good cards in it. Desecrated Tombs, whatever. Fiery Finish, not a fan of. Gipper Guide is meh. But Lightning Strike, Lich's Crest, and Luminous Bonds, all really strong first picks. I've really enjoyed Lich's Crest. Luminous Bonds has saved me many a times, and Lightning Strike is just a personal favorite. It's like, what color combos do I like the best? And I think I'm going to take the Lightning Strike. I feel like it's just instant speed removal is pretty nice. Wow. And then we get Sarkhan passed to us. What was in this pack? And a Vampire Saw. What is going on? Okay. So Sarkhan, Fireblood, are you good and limited? You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Spend 2 mana in any color combination. Only to cast dragon spells, and then -7 we get 5. We get 4 5/5 dragon tokens. Doesn't seem terrible. I mean, we're seeing a lot of good red. Like Thud is really good. Vampire Sovereign is just so good. What was in this pack? Well, I guess it could have been a foil. They could have had some sweet foil. I kind of want to take Sarkhan just to see what happens. I mean, we already got the red going with our Lightning Strike. Maybe we can end up in a sick dragon deck. But basically, he's just going to be a card that, or sorry, a planeswalker that rummages cards for us. Maybe that's not super exciting. Maybe Vampire Sovereign's just the best card here. But it's like, it's a planeswalker. How do you pass a planeswalker? Right? Is that, come on. I don't understand. You know, we're taking Sarkhan. Life's too short to just pass planeswalkers like that. Now, this is interesting. Vertiginous Growth, phenomenal card, has won me many a games. Vigilant Baloth, a really nice, one of the best 5-drops in the set at uncommon. And what else? We got Aviation Pioneer's nice. Daggerback is whatever. I mean, there's a lot of good playables, but it's between the Growth and the Baloth for me. And Growth, I mean, if we end up trying to get dragons and go crazy, our curve's going to be high regardless. But if this doesn't work out, just going for big bodies, do we want the Baloth or do we want the Growth, though? That is the question. And right now I'm thinking I want the Growth. We're going to do it. We're just taking all the big stuff. Wow. Okay. Wow, that's a late Lich's Caress, which makes me just ponder what is open. Do we go for the black, or do we take a sweet card like Siegebreaker Giant? Because Siegebreaker Giant is not too shabby. I think we just stay on color with what we currently have, which is just red. Lich's Crest is super nice, but Siegebreaker is also super nice. All right, we're taking the Giant. That was crazy. I should have taken the black card. Right, now this is making me wonder what's going on. This is just a pretty weak pack. Fire Elemental, I'm not thinking is going to be something that makes the cut for us, like, ever. So right now it's probably between Talons and Plummet. Now granted, 2-drop, 2/2 Vigilance is fine, but I like the Plummet a bit more, honestly. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to throw it on the sideboard, but it's probably going to end up being main boarded for us because I think it's just that good in this format. Gipper Guide is not bad. The Hostile Minotaur I'm not a fan of, although Cinder Barons could help us splash black, and maybe we get something more like the Dissenter or the Abnormal Endurance. These are good cards. Let's not force something that we don't need to force. But I think Gipper Guide is a fair play. I think that's a fine card to grab. Cuts green more too. Another Cinder Barons. Yeah, we're not seeing anything really too exciting. This pack's pretty meh. I think the best card is either this Drake or this Waltz. The wheels are already coming off. That's what I'm going with. I kind of just want to take the creature, but maybe the tap line works and then we end up splashing black. Nah, I guess I'll just take the Drake. Okie dokie. And now we see some more big stuff. Oracle or Thornhide Wolves. I'll take the Thornhide. I'm okay grabbing a Thornhide Wolves there. And we get another shot at... Here's our initial pack. No one apparently likes Desecrated Tomb. Fiery Finish I think is just too expensive. So right now it's between Sure Strike and Naturalize for me. I don't really want a second guide. I feel like Sure Strike's just super good. I don't think I've ever been in a position where I'm like, man, I sure wish this Sure Strike was something different. Now, Oakenform and Lava Axe are fairly decent playables. But it seems like I think we're going to be big enough and strong enough. All right, we got to pull you over because we didn't see a single dragon. That's promising. Let's go with the Oakenform. And this looks really good. I guess we'll take Millstone. Naturalize, sure. Happy to see one of you make it. All right, Sentinel's getting in there for now. Invoke the Divine has a better chance of being splashed in than us playing Root Snare. All right, I'm putting the Plummet in the main board. I want to put the Naturalize in the main board too. Just for now. Maybe we get something good like the Elf that kills an enchantment or artifact when it comes into play. But in this format, I think 90% of decks are going to have targets for these. Wow, okay. Now this is interesting. Because Lightning Strike is just a premium 2 mana spell in this format. But Invocation is just awesome. Now granted, we have no ramp. We are struggling for playables. But Invocation is the card that can sometimes, more often than not, just win you the game. But Lightning Strike is Lightning Strike, and it can go to the face, it can go to creatures, it can just be a great all-around play. And our curve looks pretty high already. I think I'm just going to take the Lightning Strike. Because I have played this before, and it whiffs, or you get a card, you get like a 1-power creature, and then it's pretty much a 7-drop for a 1-3 or a 2-2 or whatever. That might be a little on the foolish side, but we're going for it. Okay, Elvish Clancaller is not exactly what we're looking to do right now. I think it's more looking like Oracle, but maybe we want to grab an artifact here. Do we want a Manolith or an Axe or an Explosive Apparatus? Got 2 Lightning Strikes, which is nice. The white looks, I mean, a Johnny's Pridemate and Leonin Vanguard, those are cards you're really happy to have in that life gain deck. I don't know if we want the Oracle or something like a Marauder's Axe. Yeah, it's just a pretty weak pack for us overall, which is kind of sad. I guess Elvish Clancaller does make Gipper Guide better. Gipper. Honestly, we're not really missing out on anything, and I think the Clancaller could be awesome if we end up with 2 of them or just end up with more elves. Okay, so this is making me a little concerned because right now we're seeing no green, and we're seeing some pretty powerful white cards thrown our way. All right. And even, I mean, Mystic Archaeologist is a really nice card. We're also seeing some nice black cards. Geez, oh Pete's. We could take a second Sure Strike, but right now we have 4 creatures and 7 other spells. That doesn't exactly instill confidence in me at the moment. Let me just, what does Clancaller do again? Other elves, and then we can search, pay 6 and tap it. And put it on the battlefield. Okay. Whew, that's not fun. Do we look to go into another color, or do we take something like Explosive Apparatus? I think I'm going to take something like this Daybreak Chaplain or the Stag. Let's just take the Stag. Right now we're looking real ugly. Okay, Meteor Golem's a good pull. It's a card that you're happy to play in just about any deck. All right. Sky Scanner, sure. Dreadmaw's a nice grab, though, too. But we need to lower our curve a bit. We need to make sure we're hitting our land drops. I guess we'll take you. Okay, Gutter Snipe. It works well with our Lightning Strikes, our Sure Strike. It's on curve, which is fine. It's not exactly, I mean, Gutter Snipe's kind of that aggro, be aggressive type deck, which isn't exactly, man. All right, we picked our colors too early, or we pigeonholed into something, and right now we're not exactly getting the best options, but we'll take Gutter Snipe. See, now this pack just makes me sad. Makes me sad. There's not even a white card if we wanted to keep focusing on white. Now we just have some decent blue, a nice black card, a Field Creeper, which we can't do anything with. We could take a second Naturalize, which I guess is what we'll do, because it's a card. Havoc Devils I'm happy to grab here. I just like it. I think it's a strong card, especially with Sure Strike. Highland Game, sure. Not ideal, but it's a playable. I'm going to take the Smelt. No, we already have 2 Naturalizes. We'll take an Axe. This is painful. Sure. Got a lot of 2-drops, folks. Well, we upped our creature count, but right now our deck is feeling pretty clunky. Pretty clunky. What are we hoping for? We're hoping to fill out this middle part, which I've not had trouble with most drafts. But that second pack was pretty brutal. Hopefully this third pack can bring it home for us. I'm happier taking a foil plains right now than either of those cards. Prodigious Growth does make any creature instantly better. Like, this makes me sad. Seeing 3 black cards, even though they're all pretty meh. Child of Night's probably the best one. But right now, yeah, we definitely need some help from pack 3. Because this will be pretty tough to make into something respectable. But crazier things have happened. Maybe we'll get Vivian Reed and just round out our Planeswalker experience. See, now that's not bad. Getting a second Clan Caller is really nice. Now, it'd be nice, too, if we could get the Rejuvenator. That would make me a bit happier. But let's try the dual Clan Caller approach. Let's see how it goes. They pump them up. See, Poison Tip Archer is nice. Reclamation Sage is nice. Rabid Bite. See, now these are cards that make me feel better. Poison Tip Archer, I think, is the heads and tails best card in this pack. But how is Splashing Black looking? Not fantastic. Rabid Bite is just good removal. Timber Gorge, hey, there's our tap line that we're looking for. I'd be happy with any of these 3 cards. But we have a lot of double cost. We didn't pick up the Manalith. So Poison Tip Archer feels a little out of reach for us right now. I think I'm happier with something like the Reclamation Sage or the Rabid Bite. If we go with the Reclamation Sage, we can take out a Naturalize. If we go with the Rabid Bite, well, then we are a bit more reliant on creatures, which we're pretty low on right now, which has me thinking I'm a bit okay passing this, especially having 2 Lightning Strikes and a Sure Strike. Is that crazy? That feels a little crazy, but I think I'm going to go with the Reclamation Sage and then cut the Naturalize. It's always tough, too, when you see packs like that and you have so many playables that you'd be happy to have, but they're all grouped in the same pack. All right, who are we drafting with? Insane 8. Is that supposed to be like Insane, but Insane? What? Hold on. Hold your horses. Huckulin, Burn, Nevermind, Sub-Zero, Words and Dreams, Numbers. Good Speller. You're funny. Okay, this could work. Right? We're just getting mythics thrown our way. You don't get past Elder Dragons to not play Elder Dragons. Now, granted, it's a 6/6 for 6, but Flying Vigilance Trample? We're passing up Dreadmaw, Boar, Reclamation Sage. I don't care. We're taking it. We're taking it. Life's too short, people. We gotta live. Ooh, there's a dragon for us. It'd probably be better to have something like an Electrify, but Spark Tongue Dragon. Sarkhan now can help us cast one single spell. Actually, two, right? That's another dragon. Yeah. Ooh, you're mana fixing for our dragon too. How convenient. Now the removal, I think, is a bit more... One, it's on curve a bit better for us, and it's going to be more often than not useful. I mean, a 3/3 flyer for 5 is not bad. But an instant 4 damage to target creature is usually pretty good. But I think, honestly, I think we just need the creature more. That's a little just unfortunate for where we're at in the draft and what we actually have playable. Although for Splash and White, we could bring something like our Starcrown Stag. That's not crazy. It's just making me wish we would have grabbed that Manolith. I'd be feeling a little bit better right now about where we're at. Now we could take a Trumpet Blast, or we just take the 5/4 Fire Elemental. Ugh. Ugh. Not ideal. Act of Treason is just a good card. I don't think there's like decks that want it and don't. I think 99% of red decks want this card. Because if the game's anywhere remotely close, you're happy to play this card. Now with that said, I'm not keeping it in the main board. But especially up against something like green and they've just got a huge creature, like they have something with a prodigious growth on it, you're pretty stoked to slam down Act of Treason and swing on them. I guess we take another guide here. We could take something like Dwarven Priest, but we should stay away from assuming we can splash. Ooh, we got one form of fixing. We're giving up an Oracle for it, but no, that's okay. Wow, and an Elvish Rejuvenator. That's perfect for us. Was that our initial pack? It might have been. That's a really nice grab for us. We need to make 2 cuts so far. Okay, yeah, see, this third pack I think has been pretty kind. And I'm excited that we get to potentially play a pretty cool Elder Dragon. Magistrate Scepter is terrible. Although I've seen someone use it, and even then it was pretty underwhelming. But I think we're going to take it because there's really nothing else in that pack that is worth grabbing. Talons is a card. My friend just messaged me. And we could take the Enchanter, although we don't have any enchantments. But we'll take that for maybe some draft chaff fun stuff. Okay. Draft chaff fun stuff. We could take Trumpet Blast too. Let's take the Trumpet Blast. Maybe we end up in a situation where we need more tricks. Walking Corpse. Sure. And a Mountain. Okay. Now this deck it's not a complete train wreck, but it's darn close. Okay, and we're going to group creatures separately. We're going to cut the Fire Elemental, and I think we cut... Ooh, do we just cut the Plummet or the Axe? So let's just cut the Axe and add some lands and call it a day. Combine groups. Add basic lands. All right, we'll see in match 1. And match 1, and I'm tempted to say no playing first because I feel like we're gonna need help on the draw, but let's do it. Let's see what happens. And we get a 2-lander that is tempting. We're gonna keep it. Look, I know it's crazy. What am I doing? I'm just looking to have a good time. And our opponent's mulliganing. That's always a bit helpful for us. But if we draw any land, we get Rejuvenator down, which then leads to, fingers crossed, us finding whatever mana we need at that point. I believe. And actually looking back at my deck before I hit save, I think I needed to put one more forest in and take out a mountain because our tap land is red as well. And that is not, yeah, that's probably not the color we need to have 2 green of more often than not, especially with 2 Elvish Clan Callers like that. Here's to them playing a 2-drop flyer. Okay, and is this where the wheels start falling off? I cannot be upset about this draft because this deck was definitely subpar. But we had some, I'm just going to say, some fun cards passed to us, and I'm looking to have some fun. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And we pass. Okie dokie. So our deck is, let's just say it's not the proudest deck I've built, or the deck I'm proudest to have drafted. But that's not going to stop it from constant mana problems. Big fan of that. Pass. Do we get to discard? We do. So bye-bye Siegebreaker. Like, I get that we have mana issues, but the fact that we're still just in our constant state of mulligans and mana flood, mana screw, it's just, you know, it's the reality of M19. And right now we are fighting to overcome it. Hey, our opponent missed a land drop. Can we punish it? Nope. We're going to draw 4 cards in a row that aren't land. Isn't that fun for everyone? Clean up everybody everywhere. I think we want to keep Sarkhan because you're the one that's going to get us out of this. Oh boy. All these cards are fairly decent. Yeah, but sorry, bro. You got to go. That was fun. It's always fun having to clean up and not be able to play cards. Although our opponent appears to be on the same plan. So this is fun. Hey, they had a dragon. We had the Planeswalker for it. Oh my goodness, we drew a card. Look at us. We did it. And now we're going to ramp? Is it ramp if you're doing it 4 turns too late? I swear if we whiff on... How does that happen? How? We draw 1 land out of the next... Wow. Go us. Go team. Go. Although next turn we can play Havoc Devils. And that's kind of a good play. Into an empty board. Fingers crossed. But now we're just going to flood out. There's their 4th land. What are they going to play? Boar. Bristling Boar. That's my guess. It could be the Starcrowned Stag too. What's it going to be? Bristling Boar. Look, we called that. We called it. We know what's going to happen to us. We can feel it. Ooh, a little growth action. Okay. We're going to play you down. And then next turn, our opponent is going to play something fancy, I can imagine. And then we can be on the decision of lightning striking it. Or if we draw land, potentially playing 2 cards in 1 turn. What? Now, part of me is tempted to keep up lightning strikes so that we can block these annoying things. And then if they try and like combat trick it or whatever, we lightning strike it in response. That's always fun. I think I can play... If we draw land, I'm going to play the guide out because the guide I'm happy trading the boar with. They did not want to attack. That makes me happy. Yes, be timid. Be timid against our Naya colors because, yes, we have all the power. Here it comes. The end step. Land, we did it. We did it, team. We're just gonna act like, oh, we just clicked across the board. What's the big deal? We could also attack with Havoc Devils, but I'm guessing that they would throw the boar in front of it. And that's not the trade I'm looking to make. You know what I mean? Especially if next turn we get to play out Prodigious Growth. Then we're in business. Although they would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that wouldn't even be able to kill it. We're at a stalemate. Dun, da, da, da. What's going to happen? Pay costs. They missed a land drop again. Interesting. Ooh, Talons. Makes it... I mean, I'll throw the 2 in front of it. That's not a big deal. Now, if they throw like a Titanic Growth on top of it, I'll be a little sad. They're not even going to attack? What? Okie dokie. So somehow we have missed another land drop. But I think that's okay. We could go Gutter Snipe and keep it up. We could go Elvish Clan Caller, and that pumps these both up, which is pretty nice. Let's do that. Now, let's just play the big thing. Why would we not play the big thing? This is potentially even a better target for Prodigious Growth, because then we have 2 Tramplers as well, which is not too shabby. I don't know what our opponent is thinking. Maybe they have the that white counterspell that doesn't exist. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Man, if only we had Sarkhan out there. We would be rolling right now. Yep, no attacks. They got 7 cards in hand. We got 5 cards in hand. But if they tap out and we can get Prodigious Growth down and have a sweet attack into them, I'm going to feel pretty happy about it. They miss another land drop. Well, both of our decks are just top tier performance right now. Are they going for it? I'd be happy if you did. Nope. We're both just sitting back and waiting for something cool to show up. Like another missed land drop. Interesting. I didn't know it was possible. Alright, let's play out our Clan Caller. Pumps our stuff up. We can now throw our guide out in front of the Bristling Boar, which is nice. And if we ever get to the point where we need to use its ability, we can bring a second one into play. But for now, we could play the Gutter Snipe too, but I'm happier. Oh, no, you know what? Maybe we should play the Gutter Snipe out. I don't want to, because they didn't attack last turn and we were tapped out. So let's just use all our mana for sure. Play out Gutter Snipe. Okay. The board is wide. Our opponent has their 5th land. Did they play that last turn? I just didn't even pay attention. They just played it second main. Maybe they played it first main and I'm just losing it. Paying cost. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 5-drop Rocks Oracle. Draw that 6th land, my friend. The card advantage is real. I mean, that makes up for their mulligan, don't you think? No one's attacking. No one wants to attack. Here comes land number 6 on turn 12. Holy goodness. Whew. I feel like someone needs to do a case study on us because we've done so well in not drawing the cards that we would think we'd be drawing. So we could play another guide, which is a nice blocker for these annoying things. We could play the Sage and kill this, but then they just bring it back, and that doesn't do much for us. So we're going to play the guide. We're going to keep up. See, bad tapping. Should have kept up a green for Plummet. Did I? Nope. No, we did not. We could attack with this, though. Then they have to... Yeah, let's just attack. Let's... Whatever. What's the worst that could happen? They double block. Or they trade off something annoying like the Rocks Oracle. Alright, we're going to attack with our 4-3. Getting that value out of the Clan Caller. Put our opponent to the test. They're like, well, I don't really want to block. Do I just chump block? Okay, I'll trade that. Sure. Sure. We did it. We, made an attempt. I feel like this is the game that if you're at an LGS and you walk by, oh my goodness, our opponent is also playing these 3 colors. Tell me they have the same Elder Dragon that we do. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Ooh, Pyromancer. They get first blood. That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. Do they know they have to click on the triggered abilities to then put it on the stack and target us with it? They found it out. Target yourself. You can do it. It is a legal target. Are they going to attack? The answer is still a negative Ghost Rider. And they don't play. You have 6 cards in hand and 4 mana up. And you played a Pyromancer. Oh, sweet Lord, we did it. See, but now I'm nervous to play this. Because they got 4 mana out. There's nothing they could do at instant speed, right? So if we throw it on this, what does that end up with? It's 12 toughness. So they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then if they have a pump, especially that one that makes everything indestructible, then we just end up getting really blown out. I could also throw it on something and then not attack, which also seems kind of foolish. But what that then does is allow me to keep my options up for lightning strike. I mean, this is the game plan, right? Is to play Prodigious Growth onto something and then swing for the win. You just don't expect when it's turn... What turn are we on? Turn 12. It is actually turn 12. That your opponent still has 6 cards in hand. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because I'm going to use this ability next turn. Or not next turn, but on their end step. We could also attack with Guide. Yeah, let's attack with our Guide again. They have in a way a 1-for-1 the boar, or it's going to be another creature and get rid of a trick. And I kind of like this because it also gives us the option if they... Well, no, any 2 creatures will get rid of it. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. In a way, it's a 2-for-1. I don't feel terrible about it. This isn't like only during our turn, right? No. Okay, so yeah, we're going to actually use Elvish Clancaller's ability. That seems a little crazy to me. But on the off chance that they have some awesome Elder Dragon, we're going to shoot it out of the sky. Although it does have to do damage to it, right? Because it has hexproof if it hasn't done damage yet. Dragon Disciple, interesting. Interesting play. It's not terrible for us because we can plummet the token that it makes. And that, you know, doesn't make me upset. And we know they're not going to want to block with it. Go to that end step. Do it. Do it. Oh, paying costs. Here it comes. Another boar. Interesting. All right, we're doing it. We've just done our Elvish Clancaller ability. We found it. There it is. Be amazed. Ooh, we now have Sure Strike available. So they have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, but there's no way they're blocking with this. I think that's fair to assume. If they do want to block with that, I'm happy to trade everything for their board. So, yeah, let's do it. So there's 6. There's our Prodigious Growth. And now we could also think of attacking with our Havoc Devils. They'd probably just trade something like that. So I think I'm not going to do that. Because I like having Sure Strike up too with our Havoc Devils as well. And they just take it. Interesting. Very interesting. They could also have the, what is it, Take Vengeance, just destroy target tapped creature, which would definitely make me sad. They could have Luminous Bonds. Actually, Bonds would be great, because then we can just Reclamation Sage it off. And still have mana up for Sure Strike and Lightning Strike. No, we need 1 more mana for that. But we will draw it. Our opponent is scratching their head thinking, wow, look at this incredible deck that our opponent has drafted. How did they come up with such a creative game plan? Believe me, I'm mystified as well. Edgy Gordo, 23. What costs are you paying? Hopefully it's nothing good. Hopefully it's just like a Goblin Inquisitor. Maybe it's a Manolith. You got 5 cards in hand, though. Oop, 2 mana. That's not what we want to see. That's our take vengeance cost. Okay, Oakenform. Yeah, that's fine. Do it, dude. Get after it. Tap that red mana so I don't have to worry about Thud or something annoying like Active Treason. That makes me happy. Now they got 4 mana left. They could have their own Reclamation Sage as well. That would be a bummer. But even then, I'm pretty happy because we could keep up Sure Strike and Lightning Strike. It's going to be pretty hard for them to take down our Havoc Devils next turn. They also tap mana, so now they can't do their Draconic Disciplage. 5/5. Is it just Vigilance? This doesn't give Trample. No. Oh, well, I mean, sure. If you attack, I'll just take 5. Although we could think to double block and pull out whatever trick they have. Which actually may be worth it, because then I think we can almost guarantee victory next turn. But for some reason, they're playing super quick. Ooh, that's a bit of a bummer. But nothing we could have done about that. Are they going to swing for the fences? They are going to swing for the fences. So this is 5, 6, 7, 11, 16 damage. So any trick basically kills us. Oh, cancel. That's not what we want to do. We want to go to blocks. No responses to your attacks. We are going to blocks. So we throw 1 there. We throw 1 there. And we just assume we're taking 10. What's the most that they could pump right now? They could pump it for another 4. Actually, I don't think I want to get rid of you. I think I'd rather get rid of you. Although you're going to deal damage. No, we'll do this. And say go. Does it really matter, though? Yeah, okay. So we block those 2. They could have a Titanic Growth, but then that's only 14. And we got 4 life left, and then we swing for the win on them next turn. I don't know if there's like some way next on their second main they could play. I don't know. I don't know what their plan is, but we're about to find out. What do they just play? They played the Growth, and they pumped up their big guy, and we go down to 4. Okay. Are they going to actually... Oh, because they have a Vigilant Creature, so they don't know. Begin combat. This is where I do not want to click the wrong button and pass turn and be really sad. Begin combat. Say okay. Attack with all creatures. Say okay. Go to blocks. It's nice to assure... Well, I guess if they block the Clan Caller, but they can't block the Clan Caller. Sure Strike makes everything lethal. I almost clicked on their creature. I'm going to give your creature +3/+0 on first strike. I don't think it would matter. So here comes some nice first strike damage. All right, we won game 1. That was the most interesting game 1 I think I've ever played, where it was like so much mana screw on both sides. They sent us a message, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay, game 3, geez. Game 2, we have 3 lands in our hand. That's actually pretty exciting. We will 100% keep this hand. Now, granted, we have a 7-drop, which we're not going to get to for a little bit, but if this game's anything like last game, we're going to have all the time in the world. And there we go. I'm curious what our opponent's win conditions are. Like, what is their strategy? Ours is cross our fingers and pray. Theirs could be a bit more focused. but no turn 2 drop. Okay, that makes us feel a little bit better. And now comes the flood, my friends. The flood is real. I'm happy to play that Highland game, because then if they have something annoying like a shock, it's not a complete wipeout for us. You know, gaining 2 life, that's you know, it's not negligible. I've had plenty of games decided by 1 life or less. Ooh, they just coming out swinging straight Naya colors, no problem. There is a fantastic target for our lightning strike. Let's go to combat. Could also be a fantastic trade for our Highland game, but I don't think that's going to happen. I'm tempted to just lightning strike it now too, because I don't want them ramping. I don't want them having fixing if they're relying on this. I think that could be pretty significant. So we're just going to do this and say go. Now if they play something like a bristling boar next turn, I'll probably be a little sad, because we don't really have a good way to deal with it. Although, wait, Greenwood Sentinel with Clan Caller. If I was a better player, I would have just played 2 forests instead of... Yeah, see, look what I've done. I've ruined it. Because Clan Caller makes this into a 3-3, which now is a pretty solid blocker for that boar. We could also go Rejuvenator to ramp a bit, which definitely couldn't hurt. And we don't mind this being a chump blocker for the boar. For the boar, furthermore. Okay. Yeah, we'll grab our splash color. We did not see our dragon either. And we just got through 5. So we've gotten a decent ways into our deck, and so far it's looking promising that we could actually draw our dragon this game. That would be pretty phenomenal. Next turn as well, we can play out Clan Caller and Sentinel. And I think I'm okay blocking just to not take 4. Yeah. I would double block, but you can't double block the boar. That's a little sad. Are they missing another land drop? Ooh, they splashed white for this card? That seems bold. Okay, actually, do we play the Sky Scanner? No, I think it's better to have our block plan ready to go. Plus, next turn, we can even use this to get another Clan Caller on the field. And then we got a 4-4? What? Is that... Talk about OP, my friends. Okay, begin combat. We're going to attack with our Highland game because there's no way they're blocking with this enchanter. And say go. Now it's going to be a bummer if they have an enchantment to throw on this thing. That's going to be a little soul crushing. Although we can just cross our fingers, assume we're going to draw a land, and then we Meteor Golem it, and life is okay. Spark-Tongue Dragon is not... It's not the worst thing that they could have played, that's for sure. Again, Meteor Golem can deal with that, and then Sky Scanner puts them on a 16-turn clock. Totally reasonable game plan. The issue is that they are up a card right now, and they have somewhat of a decent card drawing engine. I hope you attack with the boar. It would make me very happy. Okay, yes, let's trade. And now we don't have to worry about them pumping it or doing some other type of shenanigans. Nope, totally fine with that. Upkeep. Ooh, we drew a plains. And there's, see, now there's an argument though. Do we get rid of this because it's going to draw them cards, or do we just get rid of the annoying 3/3? That's dangerous. I I think we do. I think we just get rid of the annoying 3/3 flyer that we don't have many answers for. And just hope they don't top deck their enchantment needed to win the game. Man, I'm really torn though. But if we get rid of this, we can keep attacking it with the Highland game. And we can attack with the Meteor Golem as well. See, and I was going to sideboard you out for a land. You know how unhappy I'd be if you were a land? I would be, let's be honest, I would be devastated. Next turn, we could even bring out the second Clan Caller, which isn't really going to do much. No, we're going to Sky Scanner and just hope our opponent whiffs on their turn. They've got 5 land and 4 cards in hand. Maybe one of them's a 6th land. Let's find out. What have we seen so far that they would have the white for? Is it just this? Just the Enchanter? Oop, there's the Oakenform. There's the card we were not happy about. Although them having a 6/6 flyer is not exactly exciting either. Them drawing cards is terrifying though. That's all bad. All bad, I tell you. But do they get aggressive or do they just keep it back as a wall? They're just keeping it back as a wall. How interesting. I mean, I don't think that's all bad. I don't blame them. But then when we draw this behemoth, oh my goodness, let's have some fun. We did it, team. We did it. Look, we get to play a mythic. You are so beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. You're just, wow. Hexproof. Now, granted, if they have their pump spell, it's not going to do much for us, but I think you're just our 6/6 win condition. Dude, we pair you with Sky Scanner. It's like, talk about a dream team. Okay, they're going to plummet. I keep hitting Q and not 1. Now it's a 5/5 trample. They drew a land finally. So is that telling me that they have 4 spells in hand? Because that's not very exciting. Are they about to swing for all kinds of damage? We have 9, 10, we have 12 power on the board. Okay, this can only mean that they have a gigantic growth, for sure. And if they gigantic growth it, and I'm just trying to think of worst case scenarios. You know what, let's do this because 1, we gain life, and 2, it forces them to use a trick or a spell or something. And if they don't do anything, I mean, there's no way they don't do anything. They're definitely going to pump this up. But I'm pretty happy. I think just throwing this in there, gaining 2 life, making them use a spell. We 2-for-1 ourselves, but the Meteor Golem got a card when it came into play as well, so it's kind of like a 2-for-2 at the end of the day. Yep, there it is. It's a 9/9. Ooh, wait for it. Trumpet Blast, interesting. I don't know why you did that. I mean, you have trample damage, but it's not dying. You just spent another card. All right, and we dropped to 15. Oh boy, that just happened. Well, they don't call it a top deck for nothing. So we're going to do that and then swing for 13. No, we're going to do math and swing for exactly lethal. Elvish Clancaller, you get the prodigious growth because you are our MVP in the first game, getting our elves pumped up, finding your friend, your twin, some would say. And what is up, Elder Dragon? Thanks for showing up on time. I mean, like, not like you were, you know, missing, but perfect timing to show up. GG's, my friend. GG's. See y'all in match 2. All right, match 2, game 1. This is a pretty decent hand. We'll keep it. We got some turn 2 removal. We got some turn 3 ramp and our gutter snipe. That's nothing to scoff at. Now, if we're up against a white-red aggro deck that's just not interested in having fun, because that's going to be our excuse as to why we lose, because we're having fun and everyone else is try-harding. No, that's a lame thing to say. But this is yeah, this could work. Ooh, looks like we're up against the life gain deck, which isn't exactly the best for us. Lightning Strike could be a fair play against this, but I think we're okay just leaving it as is. Let's wait and see if they play something that has some synergy with the life gain, you know. Looks like they're not starting off with it, so that's okay. Like if they play something annoying like a Johnny's Pride Mate, that's never fun to see. Ooh, no turn 3 land drop. That's, I mean, that's great for us. I'm not exactly upset about it. On the end step, I probably should have lightning struck this, yeah. Do we ramp or do we play gutter snipe? Why do you not ramp? That is the question. I'm worried about ramping and then like getting rid of a card we want. But that's gonna, I mean, if that's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And we need our second mountain to be able to play Spark Tongue. So we're gonna look to ramp a little bit. Ooh, we could also just grab our Stone Quarry. Let's do that. Both clan callers had such a good time match 1, though. They were right next to each other for match 2. And that happens. That just, you know. All right, we're getting hit for 1. Yep, that happens. Do they grab their 3rd land? No. Wow, that is unlucky. Now we have some decisions to make. Do we play out Star Crown Stag? Or do we play out our Spark Tongue Dragon? Well, first things first, we're going to attack for 1. Although we could even just play Gutter Snipe and then keep up Lightning Strike. And give our opponent absolutely no breathing room. But then next turn we get Prodigious Growth on something. And combat main. 4. Okay. Now, if they whiff on another land drop, I'm expecting them to scoop. What's a trick they could have? The annoying... Yeah, I'm not gonna block. I think they're blocking because they have a trick. And I'm not gonna play that game, okay? Not today. Really? They missed another land drop. Interesting. Now they have to discard. If they discard a land, I might lose my mind. Dwarven Priest, okay. So we now have 6 lands. We could growth. Or we could growth and just say game on, and they have to draw their 3rd land. And I think we put it on the Rejuvenator. I wish we had something with Vigilance, because I feel like if they have their, you know, destroy target tapped creature, I'm going to be kind of sad. But let's just, yeah, let's do it. Prodigious Growth. I think they're just so far behind this game anyway. Once we swing right, yeah, okay. Because I'm thinking, you know, what if they have the kill target tapped creature, or they just have a, like, invoke the divine. Even then, them having to spend that turn after we swing for that much damage, I think just puts the game out of reach. And game 2, we will 100% mulligan this hand. And wow. Wow. That's not good. I don't think you can keep a 5-lander with a 5-drop. We're on the draw. Oh, man. And they kept 7, so that's always interesting. I feel like white-black is usually pretty aggressive. Okay. It's better. It's better, but it's not great. Yeah, turn 1 plays. That's always nice. And that's a really nice turn 1 play. I'm just a big fan of the Neonate because it's a super effective wall early on. The fact that it can drain every turn, just kind of chilling there, synergizes really well with a lot of cards in this format. So yeah, overall, not too shabby. Now granted, we do get to play a 3-power creature next turn, so that could definitely help us out. Although it is annoying to be drained from here on out. Are they just... Okay, they're not doing anything. That's fine with me. I'm also happy to lose, or for them to spend their turn 2, turn 3 plays just draining us. That's not... it's not the end of the world. Granted, I have had games that were decided because we got drained 11 times and I got my opponent within 1 life and we just could never finish him off. Dwarven Priest. All right, yep, there is gain in life. And that's a nice blocker for them. But I think we attack here. Yep, just get rid of it. Now in hindsight, I should have just used its ability where it can't be blocked with power 2 or less. It is now their turn. Oh, did they miss? No, they didn't. Oh, they can just Gravedigger it. Nice. Very nice, my friend. Really, all right, go away. Brilliant play. No attacks, no drain. We could play the Sentinel and then just hold off. Or, well, we could play the Sentinel and use our guide's ability and hit him for 3, which isn't all bad. Because if we can keep Spark Tongue in our hand, I think that's... No! Why did you just click that land? Because now we cannot do what we just said we were going to do. Dang nabbit. And I don't really want to play this because right now I think if they remove it, then we're just so far behind because they have 5 cards in hand and we got nothing. I'm just going to bite that bullet. I'm just going to stick to the game plan, not hit them for 3 life like we should have, and be sad about it. This would be me sitting at the table just stewing over how I somehow let myself... No, but if it's like the real game, I wouldn't have just like thrown down a mountain. The click is just so easy. Tap, tap, taparoo. Now our opponent's thinking, are we really missing another land drop here? I think so. What would be great is if we find our 6/6 dragon. That would make us happy, don't you think? Playing Pegasus Courser, interesting. So they're kind of on this aggro game plan, but they don't really have much in the way of like crazy aggro stuff. So we could make any of these unblockable. We could also make both of them unblockable and then swing for 5. We take 3 on the crackback. Yeah, let's do it. Sure. This is not the most exciting turn. but we finally got them below 20. Hashtag worth. They've got to 5 mana, which makes me concerned now because they could have access to Lich's Caress, Vampire Sovereign, you know, stuff. 5 mana is a huge tipping point in this format, especially with black. Ooh, or Regal Bloodlord, which is even worse because that pairs so well with the Drain. Although, ask and you shall receive, here's a big monster card. Look, we did it. We actually need 2 more mana for the Spark Tongue. I am super good at counting. Oh, what's nice too is this cannot block anything we target with the guide as well. So we can keep making our 6/6 unblockable by their annoying bat tokens. And what's nice too is unless they have instant speed removal, then it does. Well, wait, it's hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. Is that each turn, or is it just until its first damage dealing ever? Because that's not very exciting. Quit gaining life, you annoying monkey looking icon thing. So we're gonna get 2 bat tokens. That is concerning. Where's Electrify when you need it? Ooh, 2 lightning strikes kind of does the same thing though. And I think if we just get rid of it now, that's going to definitely behoove us. Although if they have that, the trick that once it dies, it just comes back into play. Talk about bad times. Or we could try something like Spark Tongue. And yeah. All right, let's try this. We'll attack. Oh, it's got Vigilance, so we don't have to worry about it being tapped either. Wait, they're just taking the 6? Okay. And we're going to play out Spark Tongue Dragon. And we're going to say go. So it only has hexproof until it first deals damage. Interesting. I was hoping it was like each turn. I definitely misread that. Although it not tapping makes me feel a little bit better. What doesn't make me feel better is this annoying drain. I'm going to create 1 billion bat tokens. And they keep leaving up 2 black. That keeps making me a little concerned. Okay, main. We have no artifact or enchantment to target. Time to attack. Here goes nothing. We're getting aggressive. They're not blocking. They're just taking 11. Okay. So next turn, is there the potential we win? Because next turn we just make this dude unblockable. All right, they're swinging for the fences. I'm expecting some type of charge or something really annoying. Because they're attacking with their sovereign as well. Okay, this is an attack. Let's go to blocks. So we're going to obviously try and eat this annoying thing. We're going to block here. And try and block here. And then when they do their +2/+1, we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think we can survive. Here comes the... Is it just one trick or is it two, though? If they got two, then we're going to be hurting. Yep. So I'm going to target... I'm going to target this. You die. And I'm going to target this. And say, you die. And then we take a lot of damage. Oh, I can't do math. We still lose by 1. Bummer. Bummer. Although we would have been short next turn anyway. Alright, I was too greedy. I should have just gotten rid of the flyer sooner. That was my misplay. Yes, I want to play first. Oh boy. Oh boy. A no-lander into a... Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to keep. And we need red mana. Even though you're a great-ish 3-drop. Alright, no, there's still hope. They kept 7, though, on the draw. Not ideal for us. Could I have saved that game if I would have blocked differently? I don't think so, though, just because next turn they then attack with everything again, and we're done for. We would have had to win on the swing back. Now, this is an issue because next turn they're going to play their 1/3 life gain, and this thing's not going to be able to do anything. Or they miss their turn to play. That's fine. Although it's not fine because they kept 7, which either they got greedy and they kept a 2-lander again, or it's because they just have non-stop mass good plays after this turn. All right, come on, runner mountain. I don't even want runner mountains, but it's pretty much our only way we're getting Spark Tongue out anytime soon. Wait, okay, no turn 4-drop. Hey, there's one of them. Attack for 5. That's pretty nice, especially when we can lightning strike, hopefully, whatever they play down. Now if it's the 2/4 gain Gravedigger, that's a sweet, that's honestly a pretty nice play for them to have to make this early. We could lightning strike it, but I think I'm okay holding off to see what we draw. Because we could also make this guy unblockable by this. Ooh, that's a good pickup. Okay, let's attack with our Highland game. See if they want to make that trade. They do. Interesting. Do they have another Highland or another Gravedigger, I wonder? Or something like a Waltz. All right, good curve out, honestly. I mean, we missed turn 4, which is definitely a bummer, because turn 4, you want to be doing something. They got the Bloodlord. But that's okay, because right now they don't really have any life gain options. That's not to say that's not going to change. And that's a little gutting that we don't have a Spark Tongue thing, but we're going to attack with everything. If they block, we'll just lightning strike it. They can't. Oh, we can't play you. Oh, that's so gutting. Now let's see them gain some life. Although if they end up taking 4, they gain 1. Pride Mate, yep, that's a good play. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, now it can block. Okay, now the 4/6 can block stuff. Come on. If we get to our 7th land, though, we can then just Meteor Golem it to death. And that probably wins us the game. If we hit with either of these, though, and then we lightning strike for the win too, that's a win con. All right, let's do it. Let's risk it for that biscuit. Okay. Let's see. Let's just see if they're like, yeah, we bounce. All right, go away. They have it. They have it. That's all right. It gets rid of the annoying enchantment, and they don't gain life. Oh, blue. What is up with that? Do they have no? They're just flooded right now. Interesting. Okay, rejuvenator's something. We're going to play you. We're going to find our next mountain. Yes, we are. And now we could attack, and then we assume they have another trick, right? But we're going to go for it. 'Cause even if they have the trick, that, I mean, what do? We just do nothing? We got to make them use the cards they have, you know? What did they just... Inspire Charge. So they do Inspire Charge just to stay alive. That's a really good sign for us. And here is where they scoop. Wait, that's... To any target. Let's begin combat. I want to attack with all creatures. Because even if they're like, oh, all right, I'll chump here and whatever, well, then we just target them with Spark Tongue. Right? Because oh my gosh, we don't have the red again. Oh, Seth, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. Doesn't matter. We're going to play this, and then we get rid of this, and they have no way of stopping two creatures. It's like, see, it's because I can't read the text. If I just would have brought the card up, I would have seen I need 3 red. Now they need to have 2 creatures in hand. They don't. We won match 2. All right, we'll see you in match 3. Match 3. Yes, we want to play first, and we get a terrible hand. Okay. And we get another terrible hand. And we get a almost unkeepable hand. All right, well, we're finally playing for a trophy for the first time in a long time, and we get to start off with a Maul to 5. So feeling happy about that. Now, granted, this deck is, again, not the most impressive one, but it's turning out to be pretty fair. I mean, we have a nice 2-3 drop curve. Us lacking 4 drops is a bit rough, but it's so far it's worked out for us. Now, granted, I don't know if we've ran into the best, our opponents having, you know, the best situation like this. This isn't ideal. Nope. But we do get to play a 2 toughness creature out there, so that'll be fun. Oh, we could even play the Sentinel, but let's play our guide and then say go. Like, the fact that we have 3 cards in hand and they now still have 7 isn't exactly exciting, and the fact that they can just shock whatever we do. Fun times for all. Now this is interesting. Are they stuck on land, or do they just not play it prior to shock? They missed a land drop. Okay. Don't worry, we did too. Isn't that fun? Here's their 3rd land. Here's their 2nd color. They're in the black-red sacrifice deck. They got their best rare. They're just loving life right now. Now, we have our Reclamation Sage, which is happy to deal with this. We just gotta hope and pray that we get rid of it, because if they get it out... Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. So we're going to attack, and, you know, if they double block, we'll sure strike, because then they don't have a creature to equip their sword to. Now they're not going to do that, because they're not crazy. But we're pretty much done for. Missing land drops. They've got an awesome rare that I think I've had in a deck once or twice, and I've never actually gotten to use it. So that's a bit of a bummer. But we now need to bring Naturalize in. That is for certain. I think we have to block and sure strike. Because you got to keep a board presence. There's no way you live and win if you don't keep a board presence. And now at least they miss out on doing anything next turn, although creating a 2/2 and giving a creature vigilance and +2/+0 is not nothing. All right, fun times for the whole family. I could also look to attack here, but if they trade... Yeah, I don't really think I want to trade. I need to just keep blockers back for this stupid sword. Yep. Ooh, and they're attacking with both. Well, yeah, because then they get the knight token and they're fine. Okay, so we're going to block there. Yeah, if we had our clan caller out, actually that would make life a lot easier for us, but we can't. Hey, there it is, a turn too late. Hey, look, they're just doing the same thing. Where's our Reclamation Sage when we need it? I mean, our opponent's still got 7. Like, they're not even using their cards, though, to keep getting value, so pretty sure we're just done for here. Taking 6, feeling good. Oh yes, quite ideal. So we're able to deal with the tokens, which is nice. Oh, don't F5. Make sure we block. Yeah, that's just really annoying. You just lose to a good card. So we go for there, and we say go. And they got a trick. What is it? 4 mana. Am I just conceding? Yeah, okay, we're just gonna concede game because there's no way we get out of that. Doesn't matter. Tony wins. Now, can I complain? No, because we've been on the beneficial end of plenty of mana issues. And we don't really know what the rest of their deck does, but Naturalize is definitely going to help. All right, Sarkhan, sorry, bro. You just got to go. And if this deck is going to be really aggressive, I think we're going to be hard-pressed to play out Meteor Golem. No offense, dude. Especially if our mana is just not being helpful. I'm also expecting them to have something like an Active Treason in this deck, which is no bueno for anybody. But we just have to deal with that enchantment. So I'm tempted to just play both copies of Naturalize. Let's do it. All right, here's to a good, keepable first hand. Yeah, it's there. Sure, we'll keep it. But I also could complain because I don't know if you out there have been watching many of my drafts, but I feel like I've definitely been just, generally unlucky when it comes to stuff like drawing and, just keeping the gas on, as one would say. I don't know who would say that, but I guess I just did. We only need one more mana for our big, bad 6/6 flying trample fun stuff. Hey, look, they have a shock again. Shocking. Do they have a 2-drop? It would appear not. Can we draw something? Not what I was looking for. I don't want to play this out because if they have their stupid sword, we're pretty much SOL. Alright, so we were mana screwed the first game. We're mana flooded the second game. This feels too familiar, deck. Now is the time for non-stop gas. Okay, well, I guess we can play out our Sage and just call it a day. Because we do have 2 copies of Naturalize, and we got one now. They flashed in a 3/2. That's fine. I'll trade this for that. That's whatever. Begin combat. They attack. We offer the trade. They play a creature. Oh, good creature. Skymarch Bloodletter's annoying to deal with. Hey, that's not a terrible card for us. Let's do it to it. Now, this is when they just Lightning Strike it or Electrify it, but next turn we also get to play our big fly 6/6 fun time bad boy. Flying Vigilance Trample is not easily dealt with either. Now, granted, if they have something like an Act of Treason, then it is fairly easy dealt with because they just use it to swing on us for the W. But we're going to take 2. That's sad, but it happens. And they're going to play a 2/1 lifelink, which can then be the target of something like a Sure Strike, and we're going to keep flooding. I love it. We could just make it unable to be blocked, though. But then they, you know, is their lifelink going to be an issue? That is the question. And what if they have something annoying like a Mind Rot? That's never fun. So let's... Wait, no, because if they have the trick, yeah. All right, let's make them use the trick. They're going to give it like -3/-3 or something annoying. Well, they can't. They don't have 4 mana for the Strangling Spores. Oh, they're just going to take the 6. Okay. And what's nice is it has hexproof, so they can't do anything with it on their turn. There's just the potential for them to take a whole bunch of 12 damage next turn. 3 cards in hand. We don't know how many of them are lands, though. And they've not been missing land drops, so maybe they're flooded too. Who knows? Oh, they just scoop. Okay. Wow, we did it, gang. We got to a game 3. We overcame the flood. I'm sure our opponent was flooded as well. And now it's just who can pull out. This is who wants it more. Okay, deck. This is pep talk time. Who wants it more? We do. We've gotten too many 2/1s, too many 0/2s. This is our time to shine. This is draft 15. Okay, we're getting this trophy. Not bad. Not bad. We could use some red, you know, but don't feel any pressure. Couple 3-drops. You know, I respect that. We're doing okay. Our opponent is, yep, curving out well. That's fine. It's a fair play. Red deck, you're going to get some Goblin Instigators, not Inquisitors. What did I don't even know what I said. Okay, yeah, you know, again, we're good on the green. Let's get a red or maybe even a white, but right now we need 2 red. That would make me feel a little bit better about this situation. Yep, we're taking 2, but we can handle that. That's, you know, that's a little bit of damage. It's nothing huge. That is really annoying. Okay, we've got Rejuvenator now. We're going to do this just so we can hit our red mana. Get some ramp going. We did not, and we lost. Okay. Okay. Somehow the game is still turning against us, even though... But next turn we can play Thornhide Wolf, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Attack, yep. You get your knight token. It's nice, definitely good for you. We're gonna block there. We take 3. We're down to 15. Not ideal deck. Not ideal at all. We're gonna play a Thornhide Wolves though. This is a good blocker. Now if our opponent has a trick, which in black and red we can almost guarantee ourselves that they do. But do they have the shock? They left up the red. We can assume it's because they have a shock. They're thinking, wait, do we declare attackers? What if? They don't attack. Okay, breathing room. Have we stabilized? That is the question. Do we play Skyscanner? Or do we play our guide? Ooh, interesting. I think we Skyscanner because we need to find our mountain. And we need to find our naturalize. Gutter Snipe is not what we want. Alright, and we're not looking to attack. I think we win the late game. So, come on deck. Find our second naturalize or our... whatever our annoying... Okay, is there a trick because they have lightning strike? We need our reclamation sage. So the 4-2 and the 2-2. So they're swinging for 6 vigilant damage. So we go for blocks. You know, I think they have something that's going to hurt us. And so part of me is just thinking, you know, let's just do this. We'll take 2. We're not going to play their game of combat tricks. Because next turn we can keep up our lightning strike, and that's at least an option to help stymie all this annoying pressure. Because we can block, and then if they're like, all right, I do this in response, it's like, great. Yep, they're going wide. That's going to be a problem. They're going real wide. That's definitely going to be a problem. All right, there's our second red. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we still don't have enough for lightning strike. That is gutting. All right, we're just going to play out Gutter Snipe. But I feel like if we say go here, they're swinging for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeez. Yeah, I think we're just going to lose. Although begin combat, we can kill this before they even do anything so that they don't get the token and they lose the opportunity to have it. I think that's going to be our best bet. Oh, man. Yeah, we're hurting. We are hurting, my friends. There's our opponent's 5th land. Here's where they just do like Lich's Caress on this thing. Begin combat. All right, you just got to go now. Because if we let them attack with it, what happens? I think we just are like guaranteed to lose. This helps them from getting a body on the board. It keeps them from having an attacker. Maybe it buys us a turn. Nope. They probably still have something like a trumpet blast or something real annoying. All right. I want to get rid of the token because if they have something like a waltz or whatever, they can't get it back. We take at least 4. Could be much more, depending on the tricks they got. Let's see. Lightning strike. Ooh, sure strike. Interesting. Yeah, I should have blocked one of the Goblin and Skaters. But they did not equip that. Okay. Yeah, we're just hanging on by the hair on our... We brought in 2 naturalizes, and just no luck. Our opponent draws the card he needs. We cannot draw our one answer to it. Oh, man, that's frustrating. Ooh, and they got the 3-2 flash in, so I think that's pretty much game. Because we're taking 2, 5, 6, 7. We're taking at least 7. Tisk, tisk, tisk. And we have to basically trade away our board here. Yeah. That's just unlucky. Like, we're not even losing to a better deck. We just keep losing to bad luck. Why? I'm sad. I'm definitely sad, team. Okay, let's do what we gotta do. Go away. Go away, take 6. Because even if we draw the naturalize, I still think we lose. Elvish Rejuvenator could potentially do it, but then they just, like, who knows, they have Lightning Strike or they shock us to the face. Gosh. The mountains of salt I'm procuring. I could build my own town. 1, 2, 3, equip the sword. Yep. Alright. Oh, that's a tough way to lose. Oh my goodness. We even sideboarded in 2 answers, and they still draw the 1 card they need, and we can't find any of our 3 answers for it. And we struggle on red mana somehow. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's tough. I guess it just wasn't in the cards. Alright, I'm going to quit being salty. We did benefit from our opponents struggling with some land drops in earlier matches, and it didn't feel like we beat a deck we shouldn't have. Our deck matched up well. I think it was better than I was initially anticipating, even with our 4-drop struggles. But overall, you just win some, you lose some, and we keep missing on those coin flips. So we're going to play through it. If you've been watching, I appreciate it. I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, leave some feedback in the comments. Really would mean a lot. I'd love to just chat with y'all. And if you're interested, I've updated my Patreon page. There's some new rewards, like I'll go through a draft for you, give you some feedback, or we can even hang out on a draft, do a Skype call or you Twitch stream. Either way, I just really appreciate you watching. Hope life's treating you well. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.